Bringing your Filipino spouse to Canada is a complex process, especially if you're not already married in the Philippines and you and your spouse wish to do so. Apart from completing the marriage ceremony in the Philippines, as a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident, you will need to sponsor your Filipino spouse under the Family Class Sponsorship Program to bring him or her to Canada as a permanent resident. To marry in the Philippines, you must first prove that you are single by obtaining a statutory declaration of your civil status, notarized at the Canadian Embassy in Manila or the consulate in Cebu. Additionally, you must obtain a marriage license from the local civil registry office to be able to conduct a civil or a church ceremony in the Philippines. Church weddings depend on the regulations of the concrete religious community, while civil weddings are usually performed by a judge of a regional trial court. To have a civil wedding ceremony, you need to prepare the marriage license application, baptismal or birth certificates for both spouses, community tax certificates, or cedulas for both spouses, certificate of attendance in a premarital seminar, letter of intent to marry, a certified copy of the death or a divorce certificate, if you or your partner were previously married, and copies of your passports. You need to submit the full documentation along with the fee to the mayor's office or the authorized RTC judge office and ensure the presence of 2 witnesses. To sponsor your spouse under the family class, you must fulfill the general sponsorship requirements and the country-specific requirements. The general sponsorship requirements depend on several factors, such as whether or not you and your partner have any dependent children, whether your partner intends to work in Canada during the application process, and upon additional criteria related to your family circumstances. You must provide originals as well as certified copies of all documents to demonstrate you both meet the basic requirements. Documents that are not in English or French must be translated and certified. Being a sponsor assumes that you will provide financial support for the basic needs of your sponsored spouse or partner. The country-specific requirements for Filipino nationals include the documents that the Filipino spouse must fill out and send to the sponsor to complete the sponsorship process. The Filipino national should submit all country-specific documents that apply to his or her situation. Generic application form from Canada. Additional dependents declaration, if the sponsored partner has more than 5 family members. Schedule A, background declaration for each family member over 18. Additional family information for the sponsored partner and the family members. Spouse-partner questionnaire. Sponsor questionnaire must be filled out by the sponsor. Use of a representative if applicable. Declaration from non-accompanying parent guardian for minors immigrating to Canada. Identity and civil status documents such as a birth certificate and marriage, divorce or death certificates, or annulment for each previous marriage issued by the National Statistics Office (NSO) in the Philippines, as well as the SINOMA document. Travel documents such as a photocopy of the biodata page of the passport. Documents for children's status and education, such as proof of custody or proof of adoption, made in line with the national and the international requirements. Proof of your relationship to the sponsor, such as wedding photos, letters, cards, envelopes, mail, remittance slips, telephone bills, as well as your proof of sponsor's visits, such as airline tickets and boarding passes. Translated and certified police certificates and clearances. Proof of medical examination. 2 photos for yourself and for each member of your family, taken within the last 6 months. When you collect all of the documents for both partners, fill out, sign, and validate all forms, as well as pay the applicable fees. You need to send the application package to Case Processing Center, Mississauga, Roberts Beck Parkway, Suite 300, Mississauga, Ontario, L4Z1H8.